Hi readers! Today we're going to use Piggy Pie and practice our strategy of visualizing. Remember, visualizing is when readers create an image or a picture in their mind as they're reading or listening to the words on the page. I'm not going to read the whole book of Piggy Pie for you today, and in fact, I'm not even going to show you any of the illustrations. I'm just going to read parts of the page on page 6, and I want you to draw the picture that you put in your mind based on hearing these words. You're going to practice visualizing on your own paper or on Seesaw. So there are 4 different sentences or statements that we're going to visualize and draw on our paper today. They're on page 6. Let me read them to you one at a time. All right. All right, I'll give you a quick sneak peek so you remember this page. This is the page where Gritch realized that she didn't have 8 pink piggies to make her piggy pie, and she said, "Problem!" All right, so let's start with the first one. Like I said, there's going to be 4 statements that I want you to draw. So I'm going to set up my notebook kind of the way that it's set up on Seesaw. Okay, so you can choose if you want to respond on paper or on Seesaw. Sometimes I just find it easier to do my drawing on real paper. That's what I'm used to. So I'm going to draw a line down the middle of my paper, and then I'm going to draw a horizon line right across the middle, so that I have 4 different boxes for each statement that I want to visualize and then illustrate. So the first sentence on this page is, let's see. How can I make piggy pie without even one puny pink pig? Gritch pulled her hair. That's the first one that I want you to visualize. What would it look like if Gritch the witch was pulling her own hair? You could practice pulling your own hair in the mirror just to get a good picture. For example, when you pull your own hair, do you think she was just giving it a little tug? Or do you think she was feeling frustrated and she kind of went, right? Yeah, that's what I'm visualizing. You can draw what you visualize. So I'm going to draw a picture of that. First, I'm going to start with Gritch. I know how to draw a person. Now, because my box or my square is a little bit small, I might not draw Gritch entirely. I might just zoom in on her head where her hair is, because that's what I want to be illustrating. So I'm going to draw Gritch's body. So that part of her is probably going to come off the page a little bit, and that's okay. Now, if she's pulling her own hair, are her arms going to be down by her sides? No, she's got to have them kind of bent, like she's ready to pull her hair out. So I'm going to draw some arms with elbows here. Kind of like L's, right? And here's her hands up by her hair. Now, Gritch kind of has some crazy looking hair, so I'm just going to whoosh, 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 whoosh. Okay. And she's got that long nose like a witch. And she does have that lucky wart on her chin. Draw some eyes on her. So just a little sketch, doesn't have to be super detailed. Now I do also want to show that she's not covering her ears, but she's kind of pulling her hair. She's pulling it away. So what could I add to this illustration to show a little bit of movement? Are you thinking some movement lines, some action lines? Yeah. Right, so it kind of looks like her elbows are moving a little bit, maybe. Okay. All right, let's read another statement that we're going to visualize and illustrate. I can go back and add color to this at a later time to add some more details to it. But right now, I just want to get my sketch down on paper so that I can focus on visualizing. All right, the next one says, she stomped her feet. She stomped her feet. So again, find a mirror in your house. What do you look like when you're stomping your feet? Okay. Are you just going to be standing still? No. Okay. For this one, I am going to have to draw a picture of Gritch's whole body because, well, I guess I could just draw her feet, that she's stomping her feet. Yeah, maybe. Let's try that. Give a little different perspective. So here I'm going to draw the bottom of her dress, right? And instead of having her arms bent, I'm going to go ahead and draw her legs bent, maybe one of them up off of the air. So she could be dancing, right? All right, I'm going to add some of those action lines, maybe some arrows to show that she's stomping her feet up and down, up and down. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. All right, next one. She paced the floor. Paced the floor. Well, that's kind of a vocabulary word that you might not be super familiar with. Pace is when you slowly walk back and forth, back and forth. You don't really have anywhere to go. You're just moving, walking from one side to the other side. What's that going to look like? Those little arrows are going to really be good to show the action that's happening as we're visualizing this one. All right, the last one, the last sentence and statement that I would like for you to illustrate is, she tapped her lucky wart on her chin, okay? Tapped her lucky wart on her chin. Go ahead and act it out, be an actor, and then you can draw it on your own. I'm going to draw a nice zoomed in picture of her head. Now, because I'm really zooming in on her face, I can add some other details that perhaps I wasn't able to get in my other illustrations. Okay, remember, she's feeling kind of frustrated. So I can put those details in her eyebrows, right? And here's her lucky wart. I'm gonna try my best to draw some fingers on her hand so she's tapping. Now, go ahead and try this out, friends, okay? Doesn't have to be perfect. She's gonna tap her lucky wart on her chin, okay? All right, your illustrations don't have to look like mine. This is what I visualized in my mind. I want you to go ahead and visualize what you picture happening when you hear these sentences. In Seesaw, let me show you one more time. You're gonna find 5.3 Piggy Pie Visualize. You're gonna click Add Response and find your name and icon. Now, here's the page that's kind of set up just like my notebook paper. It's got the sentence for each one. And I want to show you, friends, that over here, if you use the Move tool and select these little talking marks, I've actually said the words, so you can listen to them again, like this.
Picture these 4 events in your mind. Draw each one. Gritch pulled her hair. She stomped her feet. She tapped the lucky wart on her chin. She paced the floor.
Okay. So if you don't have a grown-up nearby that can read those sentences for you, or if you're having some trouble reading them on your own, which is fine, you can listen to me read those statements for you down here at this talking mark section. Okay, so I kind of went around the page, pulling her hair, stomping her feet, tapping that lucky wart, and then pacing the floor. So it kind of goes around in a circle when you want to illustrate what it is that you're visualizing. Don't forget, click that green check to submit once you've finished.